Okay, don't really know exactly how this is going to go and how it's going to turn out. Just going to cut the denim legs apart and go from there. Let me put these glasses on again so I can see what I'm doing. How's everyone's Sunday going today? Hope it's going well. I love Sundays. I love church. I love getting in my sewing room when I have nothing else to do in between church in the morning and evening. I love seeing all my friends and my church family. Just having a really good time at our church. We just worship and learn so much every single time. Okay, I don't know what I'm going to do yet, so I'm not going to cut that one apart yet. Let me see. I don't want it too big. Don't know who I'm making it for. I don't know if I'm making it for me, granddaughter, friend. Don't have any idea. Honestly, don't know if my granddaughter would even like one, but I can always find out. Okay, let's cut this down here off. I think I'm going to get my rotary cutter and make it a little easier. Let me get my ruler. Okay, let's do this. You never know what's going to happen here. I'm going to turn it the other way so I can turn that around. Sometimes I think ahead, sometimes I don't. I'll try to think ahead so it makes it a little easier. Alright, let's cut this off. I'm going to cut that part first. Now, maybe this blade's getting a little dull. Oh, it's not too bad. I'm not going to change it yet. I do have a whole pack of them though, because, you know, you don't want to run out of rotary blades if you're used to using it. I mainly use my rotary cutter when I'm doing quilts. I'm doing like rag quilts. I do rag quilts regularly. Not regularly, but more than any other quilt. So, hold a second. Okay, let's do a little more cutting here. This off. Yep, it is getting a little dull. That's okay. I have 9 more where these came from. Let's see. I'm just playing by ear here. I'm not sure what I'm going to do. Not sure what I want to do. Just thought this might be a fun Sunday afternoon project. I did yesterday. Where are they? What did I do with them? Here they are. A day before, I can't remember. I cut out the bunnies, some of the bunnies for the children at church. They loved the hearts. I think they'll love the bunnies. I probably will make some of the smaller boys bunnies. I just gave them bags of candy for Valentine's Day, and they like that. But I'm going to use some fabric that would be suitable for the young boys, and I'll make them a little bunny too. They're just little guys, so. But I lost the footage on cutting some of these out, and I also lost footage on something else that I made. I'm not going to tell you what it is because I'll redo it. But anyway, today we're just playing with this denim. I do love working with denim. I love denim. Okay, let's see, what do we want to do? I think I'm going to leave that seam. Should I leave that seam? I think I'm going to cut these apart. I'm going to cut them apart so that I can straighten the fabric, because it's flared and I don't want it flared. So let's see. We'll go ahead and cut this apart and do that. So the weather is pretty here today in Georgia. It's very cool, but I think it's supposed to get even cooler tonight. But then hopefully we'll start getting some spring weather. I'm so ready to get outside and do something in my yard. I haven't been able to do a whole lot in the last several years because of my knees, but I bring that up a lot, don't I? If you knew me before and you knew me now, you would understand why it excites me so much that I can do things. Because I was in really bad shape. Not anymore. Okay. I think I might even, when I do go out in the yard to do some things, I think I'll just, I don't think I need that ruler for this. I think I'll take you out with me and we will play in the dirt together. I don't know how much I'm going to do plant in the yard. I may transplant some things, but I'm kind of thinking about just having container flowers, and I think I might put out some, maybe some tomato plants and maybe some squash, and I don't know, some things like that. Haven't really decided for sure, but I think I'll do that. I'm going to use my handy dandy scissors. I love these scissors. My friend, I think I told you, gave them to me, and I was shocked because I wasn't expecting it and so excited. These are great scissors. She has a big sewing company. She makes uniforms and things like that for sports. And she does lots and lots and lots of projects, and she's got a big company, lots of people that work for her here in Atlanta. And she goes to church with us, and she's a wonderful lady, wonderful business. Okay. All right, now let's straighten these out. I don't know. I just don't know what I'm going to do with this. I'm not sure I'm going to even do it the way I was thinking. But anyway, let's do this. Let's get this as straight as we can. This way, without having to measure a ton. I don't want to measure a ton. This is a Sunday afternoon project, and sometimes, just like when I'm cooking, I don't always measure. Well, guess what? When I'm playing, I don't always measure. Wait a minute. What was that again? I also don't pay attention, obviously. Okay. This is getting pretty close. Pretty close. Alrighty. Let's just cut that off now. Still don't know what. I don't even have an idea in my head what we're doing. Do you ever do that? You ever go in your sewing room and just take something out and decide, okay, let's see what we can do? I do it quite a bit. Okay, we've got this. And we're going to have another piece. And I'll probably wish that I had not cut that apart. But at this point, it's okay. Gonna see what we can do anyway. These are a little bit wrinkled, so I don't want it to be uneven, too uneven. It's not going to be as precise if I really, really, really measured. But I bet you won't notice the difference when I'm done. But I won't either. Okay, I'm going to pause this a minute and I'm going to iron this so I can get it straight. Okay, not only did I press the edges, I went ahead and cut it without turning the camera back on, but you know how that is. Okay, I'm not sure. I'm really not sure. I probably should have just left that seam in it, in the back. That's what I should have done, and I didn't. So how should we do this? Let's do... I think we can get it fairly straight. There we go. That's a little better. That'll be fine. Okay. We're going to supposed to sew that up and then do it this way. See, I should have left that seam in the middle. I didn't, but that's okay. We're going to let's put it together here and see if it's going to work the way I'm thinking. Let's just try it and see. Just see. Just playing again. Looks like that's all I've been doing. Actually, I've been doing some alterations. I haven't been putting those on video. I've done quite a bit of alterations lately for other people. And I have a stack underneath this table right here for me. that I want to do, and I don't take the time to do things for me. And some of those things have been needing it for who knows how long. Okay, that would be a pretty good size bag. That'd be probably bigger than I want. Actually, by the time I sew it up and put everything on, I think it'll be okay. Yeah, I didn't even pick out any lining fabric yet. I will do that. I will do that. Right now, I'm going to take it to the machine, and I'm just going to sew this back up. Where I cut that off, I should have left it on. That's okay. Can't do anything about it now. All right, be right back after I get it sewn up. Okay, I sewed the seam back up, pressed it open, and I think I'm going to maybe angle it just a little bit. I'm not sure yet. I'm gonna look at it. Let me get my chalk. I'm not sure I want to do this. What do you think? Anybody have an idea? I was just thinking of making it kind of come in a little because it is a pretty big size bag. A little bigger than I wanted. I think I will mark it. It's just chalk, right? If I don't like it, I don't have to do it, do I? Alright, so let's measure that. And see what we've got. 2.5. Go 2.5. Out this way. Okay. And then let's go this. Judy, you didn't mark it good enough to be able to see where the line was at. Okay, let's do this again. Let's do it this way. Get a little bit further out so I can see what I'm doing. Silly me. 2.5, right? I said 2.5, I think. That's what I said. Yep. Alright. Now, let's do this. Let's get that. Doesn't look like where it should be. There's that corner right there. And there's that. That looks pretty close. Let's see. Let's see how close that is. That is not perfectly at the top. I think that's fine. It looks like it's going to work. Let's just flip a couple places so it doesn't come out of place while I'm trimming that off. Let's do a little here. Okay. What do you like to sew? I've been sewing so long that I have done a little bit of everything. Not all of it's been perfect. Not all of it's been my forte by any means. But I started out making clothes when I was 8 years old. I made my first dress. I used to watch my mother when I was a little girl. She would take a piece of flat, just no plain old fabric, pretty fabric though, and she would lay it out on the table or on the floor, and she would make some of the prettiest clothes, the prettiest dresses. Oh, just so pretty. And I just would watch her in awe. I'd sit like this. Oh, I want to do that. And so when I was 8, she took me shopping with her and she let me pick out some fabric. I didn't know why. She let me pick out fabric. We got home and she already had patterns because she used to make dresses for me all the time. And she had me pick one out. And I thought she was going to make it for me. But instead, she says, okay, you're going to make this dress. Yay! But how? I was 8 years old. So she helped me lay it out. She helped me pin it. She helped me cut it. And then she had already had me at the sewing machine. She had sat me down many times at the sewing machine and gave me notebook paper, the one with lines, of course. I don't know if we have notebook paper anymore. With computers, do we have notebook paper? I don't know. So she would give me the notebook paper and no thread in the machine, and she would have me sew along those lines, all down those lines. When I got good at that, she took it and she drew curves, and she would have me sew on the curves. And I got to where I was pretty good. So I guess I was good enough because she was going to let me make, excuse me. Excuse me. She was going to let me make my first dress. And I did. And somewhere I still have that dress. I know I didn't get rid of it. I know I have to have it somewhere. It's green and white. It wasn't really gingham, but it was a beautiful green and white check. Oh, so pretty. Little checks. But not tiny like gingham. Oh, I was so proud of that dress. And she let me put lace on it. I have to admit she did the lace. But I got to pick it out. And that was my first dress. And from that point on, I would beg her, let me make something else. Let me make something else. Can I make some more? Can I make me some shorts? Can I make me a shirt? Can I do this? So I learned how to sew like that. That was probably the best thing my mother ever taught me, was how to sew. And from that point on, when I started having children, I made the boys shirts, and I made them shorts. I didn't do much with zippers to start with. But when they were little, you know, you make them with elastic waist. And I made them some beautiful button-down shirts. Some of them look Western style, and they loved that when they were 6 years old. Probably wouldn't be caught anywhere with one on now. And then I had a daughter, was my third child. She was a girl. Of course, she was a girl. And I made some of the cutest little pink dresses, frilly dresses. I just had so much fun. And as they grew, I made them more clothes, all of them. And the boys got to the point where, I don't want you to make my clothes, Mom. Okay. But my daughter never said, I don't want you to make my clothes. As a matter of fact, I'm making her clothes now. I have a pattern right here. I made her this dress about 5 or 6 years ago, and we made it 3/4 length sleeve, and she loves it. She loves that dress and gets the most compliments of it on her. It looks beautiful. So she tells me she wants me to make her some more, but now she wants a black one. So I'll be doing that as soon as she gets the fabric. I think she should let me make her something other than black. She works at Georgia State University, and she dresses the part, and she wears a lot of black dresses. And I know a lot of people wear black. I used to wear black. I mean, I'm heavy. She's not, but I'm heavy. And I always thought you had to wear black if you were heavy. And then I thought one day, who cares? If I like it, I'm going to wear it. Now, if I think it looks bad, I won't wear it. But I love color. I love color. And so anyway, I still make things for her. And I make a lot of stuffed things. I've made stuffed teddy bears for I made teddy bears for my 6 great-grandchildren. My 7th grandchild is here. I need to make her one now so that all the great-grandchildren will have one. Years ago, I made frogs, little flat frogs, stuffed frogs for my grandchildren. Started out with that. My 2 oldest granddaughters, they were military children, and they were gone a long way from me a lot. So I made them these cute little frogs, and I put crystal eyes on them. And I told them anytime they missed me, they could look at that and know that I was thinking about them, and they would feel close to me and they could hug it. So, and I bet they still have their frogs, but I doubt the boys probably have theirs. And I don't think I've made any for the last few grandchildren. I don't even know if I still have the pattern. Made me think. I might have to look. Anyway, I've made all of them those little tie blankets. You know, all the younger ones have got tie blankets, and embroidered on it from Nana. And I don't know. I've just made things, baby blankets. Anyway, let's get back to this handbag. Okay, this is the way it looks now. Let's get back down here and look. See if I can get that camera in the right place. So I've got it, see, where it's going to come this way. Go down at the bottom. Now, I'm pretty sure that I'm going to square the bottoms, box them up. Don't know how this is going to look, but I think the first thing I need to do now is find my lining fabric so that we can make a lining. Let me look. What do you think about this? I think that'd be pretty and summery, springy, summery looking. I think I'm going to use that. So I'm going to cut me out a piece and go ahead and press it, and then I'll be right back. For other things, and let me cut this a little bit straighter here. Alrighty. Okay, now here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to take it to the machine, and I'm going to sew this up, the seams in it, and then I'll do the same thing to this, and I'll be back. Okay, I thought of something before I sewed this up. I want to put pockets in here. So the fabric that I cut off here that I said I could use for something later, this, I'm going to make pockets, and I'm going to put those on before I sew that up. Here's what I've done. I sewed it all together. I can't remember what I showed you yesterday, and I didn't look back on the video. But in here, I have my pockets on. Got the 3 pockets. The liner is inside. Got it pinned to sew around the top. And I decided I want the bottom to be stiff. So I had some foam board from Dollar Tree that I've had for years. And I cut the size and covered it with the lining fabric. And I got my glue gun out. Oh, and I also did my snaps. Didn't think about having the camera on when I did that. They're very simple to do. I can show you how, if you don't know. Most people know that. But I'm going to take my glue gun and I'm going to glue this into the bottom. Let me get it down where you can see it. And let me raise the camera up just a little and see if that makes any difference. Okay. I'm going to get it even with the bottom here. And then I'm going to see if I can roll this down so I can get to it easier without getting glue everywhere. I don't want to do that. Let's see if I can roll this down more. I don't know that we'll be able to see it as well. We'll see. Maybe better. I don't know. Let's just try. Okay, what I'm going to do, I think, is just glue. I'm going to glue the bottom right here and then stick the board on there. I think that'll be easier. It won't be as messy. So let me get it straight. Okay, here we go. Here's my handy dandy little glue gun. That's all I've got is small glue guns, and I love them. All right, I'm just going to hurry so it doesn't dry too quick. And run out of that glue stick, so that's going to have to be enough. All right, let's see if we can get this in here now and get it down. I'm sorry about the camera angle. If it's not good for you, I'm just trying to get it in before that glue dries. I think we've about got it here. Just kind of push it down and get it nice and straight on both ends, on the side. I think that did it. See? Can you see that? See? Okay, now roll these back up. I get it to the machine. Do that in a minute. I've already cut out the straps. I'll show you. I don't know why I didn't have on the camera when I did the straps and the magnet closures. Let me look at this closer. Yeah, I probably could have cut that a little bit longer, but I think it's going to be fine. I think it'll be fine, especially when I get my stuff down in it. I have everything in my bags except the kitchen sink, and if I had room, I'd have that too, probably. Okay, so let me show you the straps. And I'm gonna fold them over, press them down, and then I'll take them to the machine and sew them. Okay, I'm going to do that, and I shall return. Okay, I have my straps cut, pressed, ready to go to the machine. So I'm going to go ahead and go to the machine, and I'm going to sew the top band on, and then I will sew these up, and then I'll come back and we'll pin them to the bag.